Hi, this is the analysis of Nathaniel here. Now, I'm talking about games from a specific year. So this video is gonna be games from 2010. So the start of last decade, and for many of you, 2010 that may feel like a long time ago. Like 2010. I was in wow, like I was like what like 13 years old. Now I'm like 25. So that was a while ago for me. So yeah, and so many games has come out from then to now. So, and if you guys watching, please subscribe, share, like the video. You guys know all the basics, right? Um, Subscribe button are just right down here. So it's right down here and it's free, guys. So if you're not subscribed and you like the content, subscribe, press on it. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, so please. So starting on now, you had God of War 3, and again, this is games of 2010. So games that came out from that year. God of War 3 and God of War Goes to Sparta. So this is Goes to Sparta, and not this one. This one came out before, but this is a 2007. But this one is 2010, and Goes to Sparta is basically a PSP version of a God of War game. But this was remastered, and then this came out like this collection came out later. But you had a Ghost of Sparta and you had God of War 3. So you have two God of War games in 1 year. Already, that's already like, my gosh, how do you top that? And God of War, back in those days, God of War consistently like delivers on games after games after games. Like in its franchise, it just keeps doing well. And yeah, God of War 3, probably, you guys know the cover, probably the most famous God of War game. Known or well known. Kratos and revenge and very bloody, action-packed gameplay, and. So these games came out around April of that year, April 2010, and I remember playing this my first time, and just the overall scale of the game, the Greek mythology, Greek gods. You're fighting Greek gods in the game, like that's epic. So yeah, two games. So that's two games. Another game now is gonna be now. Another PSP game is a Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Not your typical game now, anime based, because it's made by a Japanese company. Now, at the cutscene, now again, it's like third person, level to level type action adventure gameplay, stealth, very stealth, and you guys will know Metal Gear. If you guys are familiar with Metal Gear, that's what it is, a stealth military shooter, third person. And plus it's operations you're doing, so you're doing operations, side missions, side ops, and you're developing a mother base. So yeah, and this was near the end. Again, Metal Gear, there's like so many different Metal Gear games. There's at least 10 Metal Gear games. I only have like 3 of them. But a Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, it came before Phantom Pain as Metal Gear Solid 5. And yeah, and it was 2010. I was around the time when, but really around 2012, 2010 to 2012 was around the time when these games, like PSP games, were starting to come out of stock. God, they stopped making games for PSP because it was around for like 2006. So yeah, so that's another game, and like just gems after gems on this year. Just Cause 2 as well. Just Cause 2 came out that year, and you had Mafia 2. So 2 open world games. This masters the open world. Like, this masters it. If you ever want an open world, let's play this game. Mafia 2, another, like, my God, like. So 2, like, man, fun open world games. See, Mafia 2 here in the 1940s, 50s, and it's kind of limited, like, to its era. The cars are slower, heavier, limited gun selection, but great story, great action, and overall immersion to the game. This immersion is so great. And Mafia, and with Just Cause 2, the world, just the whole world, your weaponry, your arsenal, you're blowing up things, and the DLC weapons as well. There's a DLC air gun there. So I believe these came out earlier, like in the year. I believe most of these games came out early, like in the year. And you had a racing game here behind. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, like probably my second favorite racing game of all time. Another great, like great racing game. The Nitro, the cars, like it has at least 110 different cars in the game, right? No, wait, it has at least like 150 cars in the game, and there's tiers. I talked about a lot. But there's like the normal racer class, exotic racer class, the supercar class. There's the hyper class, and like your Lamborghini Paganis, Koenigsegg Bugattis, and and just racing. And you got the cop, the cop and racer sides. They can choose from. So yeah, another great. And these two games I got together, I remember around the same time. So yeah, have a lot of memories. They've been with me. These games have been with me a long time. And you had Call of Duty, and obviously every year there's a Call of Duty, and you had Battlefield Bad Company. So you had like this was the days when Call of Duty was really good. Like Call of Duty was at its heights or peak in my opinion. Like a World of War or World of War to Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. That was when Call of Duty was at its heights, its peak. And you have Bad Company, and the one before this is my favorite multiplayer of all time. This one picks up on it. Not as good as the first one in my opinion, but it picks up on it. No, that one picked up on it, but this one, it still carries the torch. Multiplayer greatness and first person shooter, like Battlefield and Call of Duty, they're always in competition with each other. They come out around the same time, the Octobers, Novembers of the year. So yeah, and arcade mode and addicting multiplayer and campaign. And yeah, the multiplayer in this you could just sink your head in. It's so good. It's really, really, really good. Taking your you don't see that often where you're actually taking controls of vehicles and tanks, APCs and helicopters. The maps, their DLC maps, DLC zombie, and this one had zombies. So man, my gosh, and the DLC did come in later years, but still, still part of the main game. Another shooter, another FPS game, Medal of Honor. Not a bad game, mediocre, but still, you're getting like another FPS game like from that same year, like, and this is the days when Medal of Honor was more popular. You don't see Medal of Honor much you won't see it much anymore. You won't rarely see it, but and Red Dead 1. So again, games of 2010. Red Dead 1. This is the edition that came out after, but Red Dead 1 originally came out in 2010. You guys will know Red Dead 1, the Wild West. John Marston, he's this kind of like isolated outlaw. Well, he's working like for the government, trying to hunt down members of his previous gang, and yeah, there's a huge story behind it. Play Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2 is better than this. I highly recommend Red Dead 2, but yeah, Wild West and open world and exploring side missions, main missions. You guys know, and it really pays attention to that cowboy era. Like the sound, the voice acting, the southern accents. The desert area, the desert landscape is just beautiful. Even though the game is desaturated, it is desaturated. So yeah, and as well you have the DLC, the zombies, which came out later. But again, a Rockstar game in that year as well. Splinter Cell Conviction. Man, like this year is just jam packed like that. At 2010. Conviction. I liked it because it really. I mentioned this in many videos before. Many videos before, but it does a light dark. It pays attention to light in the game, so when there's no light, your character can see with like in darkness, right? Your character's eyes can adjust to it. The whole environment turns black and white, like when there's no light and there's no color. The enemies can't see you, and again, you guys don't know Splinter Cell is stealth, third person shooter stealth, and I just love the stealth in the game. And I'm not sure if it came out later, like in the year, but again, another shooter of that year. Another shooter. There's an arcade mode as well where there's like a time trial or a wave of enemies where you gotta try not to be spotted, otherwise there'll be more waves of enemies coming. per area. So yeah. And UFC 2010 sports game. You guys know every year there's a new UFC or NBA 2K or Madden or FIFA or NHL, whichever sports games, you know. So yeah, games of 2010, and I believe like 2010 had 2010 to 2013. It was probably some of the like, strongest years of gaming, like in my experience, like strong. Like look at all these games, like really strong. And you're gonna see the video I made many months ago, games of 2013. That game had like MVP, like a game of the years after game of the years after game of the years, and like top tier games coming out and innovative experiences. So games of 2010, if you guys, and again, it's games what I have, it's what in my collection. Another honorable mention, what I forgot to, it's over, I don't know where it is, but it's Halo Reach. Oh, Halo Reach is right here. Another, you guys know, Halo, right? Halo Reach, and I believe this one had a multiplayer. Well, obviously, but it's more co-op oriented, I believe. And that's a one, I believe, it's a one without Master Chief. I'm not sure. So games of 2010, and another first-person shooter right there. Like, share, subscribe. Next video is games of 2011, and then 2012. I did 2013, but I might redo that video again. Thank you.